In the bottom right, we have our Protoss player. He needs to win this game and the next. Can he do it? He is.
웅진 스타즈 SOS.
And in the upper right, we have our Zerg player, very old school. How far can he get in this season of GSL Code S?
LGIM KangHo.
That was a new move there by Legend. We haven't seen that camera shot. Legend just keeps getting better and better.
He's getting a little bit tricky. Well. Let's see, man. It looks like it's going to be another gateway expand.
Actually, you know what? I'm kind of... Oh, look at how many eyes does the Overlord have? And who lit this fire here? There's no eye in Overlord?
Yeah.
This could burn down this entire forest, guys.
Yeah, that's dangerous.
And that looks like a... I don't know what that looks like. Normally I'm good at just coming up with stuff on the fly, but...
Well, that looks like something from Little Shop of Horrors, man.
It does. You know what it looks like?
What?
It looks like one of those eggs after a facehugger hatched out of it.
Oh, yeah, I guess
I'm good
you're right
at I got this.
You got it, Taste.
That's why they call me the artist.
They call you the artist.
They do now, because I just came up with that.
That's why they call me the artist. I'm like, no one has ever... You, of all people, no one has ever called you an artist. The only person that's less of an artist than you is
what
me.
about that one time a few seconds ago that the entire internet said I was the artist because I basically summed it up.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
I knew. What? Go ahead, please.
No, you go ahead.
No, I was just talking about have you ever had a friend that was in art school?
No, because all my friends are from StarCraft.
No, I knew this this girl when I was growing up, and she was studying I believe it was Cleveland Art Institute. But
was she your girlfriend?
No, she was not.
Oh, you said she was your friend and she was a girl.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I'm in fourth grade. Okay.
No, but it's just so funny to talk to people when they're in art school and kids pick different kinds of art they want to do, and some let's say you do painting or something, and then you get somebody else who just their art project they put a dead flower into a shoebox, and they're like, well, that's my art, and you're like, are you really gonna get an A for this? And then they do, and you're like, oh god,
was she that type of artist?
No, well, she was the kind that would actually it took the skill.
Draw a nice picture.
Skill. Yeah.
Those are the artists I like the most.
Yeah, same.
It's like, oh wow, you drew that really well. Yeah, I can appreciate that. Okay, this is right now looking like NanoAu's build. Right, he's gone for just a 1 gas expand. I'm certain that he's going to follow up with 3 gates. I'm certain. I'm just going to say it. I'm certain. He has to.
You're so brave, Artesis.
He's got no other gases. He kind of needs to do that. So, kind of interesting with the Stalker coming out here. And 1 gate. Notice he does have a probe way out on the map that's going to be hard to find. Flosera finds that he is quite the detective.
He certainly is.
Unless it sits in the center, that's not too hard to find. But yeah, that's going up in a good area to hide. All right, so he goes in a 3-gate follow-up here. And I'm feeling like we might not even see the Stalker try to come out. Send the Mothership Core up, make a pylon, and start warping your Zealots.
Was that worth it for him to send that Stalker down there?
To kill the Overlord?
No. He went down really briefly to hit the Zergling and then went back at the Overlord. That was weird.
Yeah, maybe he panicked for a moment. I'm not exactly sure.
Maybe he thought he forgot to put the probe there or something.
Could be. So the probe just scouted the 3rd base area, and KangHo does not have a 3rd base. So, but he's also seen the probe, which is now thrown up a pylon as well. Very important happenings right there.
All right, so here come the Zealots now.
Speed has done a lot of Zerglings on the way.
And he just now sees those Zealots. Those Zealots will be taken out with ease. Speedling slays.
You know what really scares me here? SOS just now getting a couple more gases, and we didn't see any tech from him. I think he's going to throw up a robo.
Yeah, I could see that. Oh my God!
I think he has
some
to.
mothership core out there.
Okay, this is actually a Stargate. It's 2 Stargates. Okay, that makes more sense. That makes way more sense. Okay. A little bit late on the Stargates, but that's okay because he does have those 2. Now, if those get scouted, he could be in a lot of trouble. Thing is, there's no Overlords really in a position that they're going to be able to be scouted. So, you know what? What is he going to make here? You think just Phoenixes?
I would assume just Phoenixes. I don't know what else he can support on.
The thing is, yeah, that is true.
You know,
I think Phoenixes are like the safe choice here.
What if he goes for just Void Rays? Meanwhile, making Colossi.
Well,
it's like, well, you can't actually do that.
Yeah,
you don't have the ability to support that.
Could go Oracles. That would be really funny. But no. Oracles cost a little bit too much gas at this point. You'd have to have banked for a bit.
He's going to pull these Phoenixes together. So all of a sudden, bam, out of nowhere, an abnormally large amount of Phoenixes is going to come out and really throw KangHo off guard.
Yeah, and that's going to work out pretty well, to be honest. Let's see what tech he goes for from here, because normally what you see is Infestation Pit thrown up and into the 3-base Ultra, but he doesn't necessarily have to do that.
All right. Slowly driving that mothership out. Note that SOS has never really gone for the 3rd base here. Yeah. Everything he's doing is kind of wonky 2-base timing here. Now, I assume with his Forge, he's going to get +1 and then attack.
Yeah, I would say so. He's going to get a certain number of Phoenixes, then stop, I think.
I wonder if he could have gotten gas sooner, if it would have been good to get +1 air attack here. Oh, well, as I say that, he's going for that. Okay.
Yeah. Spire on the way. That's about as good as he could hope for. All right, so these Phoenixes going to move out, and that's going to be a very surprising number for KangHo to see right now. 5 coming out already. We have no spores. There you go. The first spore just gets started. Oh, wait, no, he already has a spore
1.
Yep. Oh, that's really well done by KangHo. You know, he has to make this work, Tasteless. Somehow, some way. He is getting a Void right now, too. You know what? I guess we're going to see Sky Toss.
I guess so.
Yeah. You know, I guess we should have thought of that earlier, but Sky Toss feels like you have to do it on 3-base, you know?
Well, you know, I always feel like Sky Toss, you had to do the Tasteless build, so I mean, imagine the confusion in my mind.
Well, we're going to see probably just a huge amount of Corruptors coming out. He obviously can't go Mutas right now. Spire is finishing up. And the thing is, with mass Lings, it's going to be almost impossible to take a 3rd right now, because the Lings with 1-1 are going to just roll through any ground units that he can make. And then obviously, you can't really pick them all up with Phoenixes.
Yeah.
If it's a smaller group of Lings, okay, he is making a big group of Lings now.
Now, a lot of this will depend on if he wants to go for that 3rd base or not. I'm talking about SOS attacking that 3rd base, not necessarily expanding to 1.
You know, he's taking a lot of damage on those Lings. It's going to be harder for him to actually prevent that 3rd base from going up.
Surprised he's actually not getting... Okay, he is going to go for those Overlords. Now he's pulling the Void Rays, which is also super smart, because a lot of people would assume that he's just done making the Phoenixes. He's done making air units in general. So, very technical build here from SOS. To be frank, guys, I know it sounds corny, but kids, don't try this at home. This is actually like a really hard build to pull off. This is not like...
This is... something you really we're not even sure exactly where he's going with this. Okay, see, notice the cancel, by the way. That's the important part, which is why I didn't think it was Sky Toss, because if you go Sky Toss on 2-base to start, they can do things like this and delay that 3rd base so much that it gets really, really painful. But luckily he has 4 gates, so he might be able to make enough Zealots to eke it out.
Looks like he was temporarily supply blocked there. Gonna go for that probe there.
Ooh, a nice snipe. Delaying it once again. Losing some Lings, but I would say worth it.
Anything to deny that Nexus from getting up.
Yeah. Well, he does have that 2-2. That's going to be finishing up pretty soon here. Infestation Pit as well.
2 more Void Rays, too.
Yeah, he's up to 6 right now. And the thing is, when he moves out with those, he will kill Spores so quickly, and the Queens are not going to be a problem because he can lift them so easily. This has potential. This has some pretty serious potential, Tasteless. Who needs a 3rd base when you can just go kill them with 6 Void Rays?
This is going to be cool.
Okay, he is going for actually Swarmos. This is getting a little bit crazy.
I think we're probably going to go to game number 5 here. If this attack works. This is so
well. He hasn't
so
even seen
cheesy,
Void
but
Rays.
like this is so funny.
No, he's going to charge these things up. 6 Corruptors aren't going to do anything against this, and the Spores are going to fall in a matter of seconds.
All right, here we go.
Oh my god, so quickly. He will take that right down, and anything that wants to come over, he is going to kill as well.
That's so funny.
He just needs to go ahead.
Oh my god.
Oh.
So sexy.
Warps right out. All right.
That was cool.
Yeah.
I really wish we could have seen
I thought he was
KangHo's face when that happened, the WTF face that he probably made. Like, what?
Well, I thought he was going to pull back until the Phoenixes were there and then just lift the Queens. But this works as well.
Well, he probably just wants to make sure he gets ahead on a third base.
Well, you know what's...
And just...
There's no layer now. That's a pretty big deal. And in fact, 7 Mutas on the way. So it looks like we're going to see Muta Corruptor. But he did go Swarm Host as well. He only has 2, and he's actually finishing the upgrade.
I don't know if he's going to keep making Swarm Hosts, though.
I don't think so. I mean, in fact, I'm almost surprised he doesn't cancel the upgrade, because the switch into Muta is something that he's going Muta Corruptor. That's his set of units, you know?
Yeah.
The Corruptors will keep the Phoenixes away from the Mutas. The Mutas are supposed to be able to deal the extra damage to help deal with everything, whether that's harassment or actually engaging Void Rays, which can be tough.
All right. Now we have the Mutas and Corruptors pooled up over here. Remember, the Void Rays, when they get this high of a number, are actually very scary.
Yeah.
But these Mutas and Corruptors can still do a lot of damage. They forced out a Nexus Cannon, which is actually fine.
And all the Void Rays coming back. Phoenixes as well. And he's going to pick off quite a bit there.
Now, the Phoenixes need to be with the Void Rays in order to do the damage they want to do. Oh, yeah. Nice usage with the Archon there.
Yeah, very well done.
Uh-oh. Oh, KangHo's not playing well this game.
Well, you know what? I think that this is such a weird, unbelievably weird build that he's up against that he just did not expect anything that we're seeing. In fact, notice how all the DTs are with the army. That's going to clean up anything that comes at him very quickly, because he has so much stuff that he can... He has so much air that he can snipe Overseers very quickly. Or what are you going to bring?
That is very true,
Bring like
Artosis.
5 Overseers? He's going to pick those off in a matter of seconds. So, this is... But, no, you know, from Lucira's side, this is weird, man. You don't expect 6 Void Rays to fly out and kill your lair.
Yeah, so this is like such a cool strat, though. We haven't seen anything quite like this in a while. This kind of reminds me of when people would blindside Terrans with carriers in PvT. But
kind of, yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Well, he is making a few more Swarm Hosts now. Of course, Swarm Hosts going to do so well against the Zealots.
All right, now hitting the rocks over here.
The Archon coming up as well. That Archon very important to help deal with Corruptors and Mutas.
Yep. And where does he want to attack it? Does he have an observer with his army, by the way?
Yes, he does have one.
He does? Okay.
Yeah. He's just got to be careful with that observer so
I see it now.
Doesn't get picked off. I don't think it will. But you know what? With Fungal, who knows? There are quite a few Infestors out right now. And Fungal, a very good counter to clumped up Void Rays. If he can chain Fungal those a few times, get them really low, he'll be able to clean them up. And the thing is, once you lose those, you're pretty dead.
All right, nice job here, though. He's got those Zealots over there hitting that 4th base, and the 5th base will probably be hit as well. The Muta's now coming back over here and hitting the second here of SOS. Nexus Cannon going up. I don't know if KangHo's actually watching those right now.
Yeah, I don't think he really cares about those at the moment. His Phoenixes are going back to clean them up as well.
Oh, no, he's got to be careful. Fungal could be very strong here.
Well, you know what? We have High Templars on the way. 7 of them, in fact, Tasteless. So he's going to be able to hit some nice feedbacks, and he's getting Storm. Really cool play by SOS
Looks like
here,
the 4th base here is under fire. SOS going back to try to save it now.
He's got to be careful. He knows that all these Fungals are on their way towards him.
Void Ray is getting corrupted.
A lot of green spells going off.
Indeed, Artosis. A lot of green spells going off.
All right, the March of the Queens.
Yep. It's like March of the Penguins, but not as cute.
Yeah. Well, okay. So this is kind of wild, man. Fungals are going to be absolutely key, as are feedbacks and Psy Storm. You know, this is basically come down to spellcasting.
Yeah, and I have no idea how this engagement's going to go down because there's so many spells that need to be casted at once.
Yeah, absolutely coming down to spellcasting. There's no question.
Here we go.
All right, and, well, he's pulling back his corruptors right now. He's got to get those fungals.
All right, a few good fungals have been gotten off here.
Yep. Throwing down some infested Terrans. And, in fact, those do get stormed.
And now here come the Corruptors moving in now. The Swarm hosts are reburrowing.
Being targeted down here by the Archons, being transfused oh so quickly.
But there are just too many Archons. And it looks like SOS completely annihilated that attack.
This is a pretty cool strat.
Damn, that was crazy.
Indeed it was. Now, this is such a strange game, and this is so much not like anything that we've seen, how they got to these positions, and what we're watching is just a different type of sky toss. It doesn't quite look like this normally. But I do want to say I think the Infested Terrans was a terrible mistake. I think he really should have focused on fungals, as many chain fungals as possible.
Yeah, I got to agree with you. And Psystorm and Archons are just going to annihilate Infested Terrans.
The feedbacks are scary as well, so he might have been like, well, I'm just going to get the energy off here, but
yeah,
I don't know, maybe worth the risk to just try to get those chain fungals off, because the Infested Terrans really were never going to do anything. They have no upgrades anymore or anything. They aren't nearly as good as they once were.
Well, I feel like slowly but surely, KangHo's going to get dismantled here.
Yeah, look at the supply differential.
Yeah.
70 in the favor of SOS. He has so many High Templars, so many Archons and Void Rays. That's a pretty scary set of units.
All right, he could get up here right before these Swarm hosts are able to burrow. Now moving up here and completely destroying them. I think this should be the end, and it is GG.
Right. Now the crazy one.
Who's going to take this, man?
This is why SOS is so fun to watch. He definitely has his own play style.
What build is he going to use in game number 5?
Dude,
I'm really curious.
That was actually a 1-gas, 1-gate expand into a 4-gate where he only made 3 Zealots, did nothing with them, added 3 gases, added 2 starports, made 5 or 6 Phoenixes, and then made 6 Void Rays and killed his opponent's lair off 2 base. It's like, this is not even a real strategy.
What's funny is that you can only use that once, like in your pro gaming career. You really can't ever use that again.
No, you
really can't ever use that again.
Don't practice that one on the ladder. That's a crazy one.
Yeah.
Or maybe do practice that one on the ladder. That's a crazy one.
Weird
games today, man. Hard to even say what's going on.
The reason why that worked is because he pooled his air units in such a way that the time the Phoenixes get in there, KangHo's like, what?
And
then the second time when the Void Rays come in later on, he's like, what?
The weird thing was not that there were 5 Phoenixes, is that 5 moving out at the exact same time.
Exactly.
Because you normally move out with 4. So that's the one thing that could have given away double Stargate. Because, remember, I was saying, well, you must be throwing down a Robo because the Stargate's so late. Well, the thing is, if you do exactly Nanoaz build, then you're going to throw down that Stargate and not get a Stalker. Well, you'll get a Sentry instead, but the Stargate comes down a lot earlier. But he put them up later, which made the number not as suspicious.
It was weird. I wonder if that was actually planned or improvised.
The double Stargate? I think it was planned.
You think so?
I do. I think
including the Void Rays too?
I think he wanted to get his 3rd up before the Void Ray attack, though. I think that was definitely... He didn't count on Lucira making that big group of Lings, which... is going to do so well with 1-1 against like no gateway units.
Well, the funny thing is that when you get that many Void Rays out, if the Zergas let you, it's really hard for the Zerg to deal with.
Yeah.
Once you get to a certain number, I mean, they just turn on.
They trade with everything really well.
Yeah.
And if you have anything else with them, then it gets very difficult.
All right, we're going to go into our final match today and see if it's going to be SOS moving on or KangHo.
All right. You can do it, SOS.
I want those snacks.
I do too. SOS, he wants a top 4. But more than that, he doesn't want to make me disappointed in him.
Yeah. Nobody wants that. That is the privilege of Artosis.
You do not want that.
All right. Daybreak is our map. We're ending it on a classic map. A smile there from KangHo. Seems like not much tension in his face at all. Whereas SOS looks very concerned.
He's had a lot of success already, so he is comfortable.
All right, let's get this going. We're here in Seoul, Korea, hosting the best esports show of all time. I'm Tasis from the Azartosis, and this is the GSL Code S.